unusual linking event, like a domino effect triggering multiple major disasters occurring simultaneously. The Maya believed that what happened in the past would repeat once again. According to their belief, each era of the Maya was clearly defined by the return of the gods. And if so, evidence of contact with extraterrestrial beings might reveal the mystery behind the Mayan doomsday prophecy. After all, what signs led to the Maya prophecies from hundreds of years ago? Is what we're waiting for the end of the world or not? Or is it a new beginning for humanity? Perhaps it will be the day that reveals the origin of human intelligence. Welcome to Primitive Universe. The truth behind the Maya doomsday. The dense rainforests and fertile plains of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, for over 2,000 years, have been home to one of the world's greatest civilizations, the Maya civilization. Scholars estimate that from around 250 to 900 AD, the Maya population was about 15 to 20 million people, and their territory extended south as far as Costa Rica and Guatemala. Archaeological evidence shows the Maya were one of the first civilizations to use written language, apply advanced mathematical methods, and construct large structures with numerous astronomical observatories. While Europeans were struggling in swamps, the Maya were recognized as one of the civilizations with remarkable advancements. But perhaps the greatest achievement the Maya attained was building a system of star maps and planets integrated into their calendar. The Maya had the ability to grasp time, surpassing all other civilizations, and they considered it their strength. These ancient people tracked Venus, the cycles of the moon, solar eclipses, and even precession, a phenomenon with an extremely long cycle. That means each year on March 15th, the constellation Player Disk would appear in the sky. If you wait 72 years, this constellation will rise higher and appear one day earlier. If you wait another 72 years, it will retreat another day. And if you wait 26,000 years, the constellation Player Disk will return exactly on March 15th. According to scholars, the Maya believed that time moves like stars, in a repeating pattern called calendar cycles, from which future events could be predicted. One of those calendar cycles is the Maya long count, lasting 5,125 years and ending on December 21, 2012. But why exactly this date? What evidence makes us believe it's true? Is this the day human life ends as we thought? Perhaps the clue is found in an astronomical phenomenon right at the center of the Milky Way, a place without stars that the Maya also knew and called the Great Water Crevice. They believed this crevice was where everything in the universe was born. Exactly on December 21, 2012, the Earth, Sun, and this water crevice aligned perfectly in a straight line. Something that happened 26,000 years ago. It's hard to believe this is merely a random coincidence. The Maya said this knowledge was given as a gift from their gods, those who live among the stars. More accurately, perhaps extraterrestrial beings. That gift wasn't material but knowledge, the premise of the universe. Researchers believe a recent clue was found among the ruins in the ancient Maya city of Tuoduero. The fragments of a hieroglyphic tablet at Monument Number 6 were pieced together. Essentially, the inscriptions were half destroyed by artillery, and everyone believed it referred to the return of 9 gods on December 21, 2012. But since part of it was destroyed, perhaps some details are merely speculation. For years, scholars dismissed the evidence found at the Tuoduero ruins as a single anomaly with no special significance. However, on November 24, 2011, the Mexican Institute of Anthropology and History announced that 2 artifacts related to this date exist in the world. First are the mud bricks found in the ancient Mayan city of Comacaco with carved hieroglyphs. More intriguing is that they seem to have carved on the inside of the bricks, the side we cannot see. You can speculate many reasons, but we believe those tasked with building at Comacaco didn't want many people to know about it. Why did the Maya hide this secret? Was it to avoid global panic over a pole shift, volcanic disaster, earthquake, or mega tsunami? All are possible. Researchers believe the Maya actually received astronomical knowledge from ancient alien visitors they mistook for gods. So it's not hard to understand how they accurately predicted an unusual alignment in the galaxy on December 21, 2012, the day life would end. If you still doubt, let's look at other doomsday prophecies from ancient cultures beyond the Maya. In the pyramid texts, the ancient Egyptians encoded time with the message that water would bring disaster at the end of 2004. What happened was in 2004, we had the Asian tsunami killing about 250,000 people. We had Hurricane Katrina, and then we had what's called the River of Fire, warning us of a major solar flare event. Then blowing humanity into a pit. Besides the strange similarities between Mayan and Egyptian prophecies, researchers also noticed another connection in the doomsday predictions of the Hopi Native Americans of the Southwest. The Hopi, Native American people, believe we are in the 5th age of humanity, that this is a time of purification and the end is near. The Hopi believe all humanity on Earth will die if we don't live more harmoniously with ourselves and nature. A great destructive event will occur. In India, ancient Buddhism and Hinduism have an astronomical text in Sanskrit called Surya Siddhanta, which predicts humanity will soon reach the end of the Kali Yuga, the final age of mankind. It refers to the last days in the Mahabharata, a time of chaos and intense conflict. Even the Christian Bible predicts in detail a terrible day, when the Jews will return to the Holy Land and reclaim it. That's when the Savior will come to rule the earth before the final days. Despite ancient doomsday prophecies being common across many cultures, the Mayan prediction is the most powerful and detailed. Even scientists and astronomers agree with the Maya that a very rare alignment in the galaxy will occur, further confirming their superior wisdom. There's no dispute in saying the Maya created the most complex calendar system of any culture in the world. They had a solar calendar and before that, the sacred calendar. Based on these 2 calendars, you get 365.2422 days in an actual year. S atomic clock, it. We don't know which is more accurate, the number given by the Maya or the atomic clock. But it must be admitted that the way the Maya tracked time was incredibly sophisticated, even meeting today's standards. As if they possessed computer technology or programs allowing calculations to run on a computer. And what we're doing today is just trying to grasp how they achieved such amazing techniques in ancient times. According to scholars, the Mayan calendar started from August 11, 3114 BC to December 21, 2012. No one understands why it stopped there. No one can explain why the Maya tracked celestial cycles for thousands of years. It's simply because they could, or the calendar was created as a way to mark time. From when the aliens they believed were gods returned. Who were those gods and why did they return? The answer might be found in the ancient city of Taikan in northern West Mala. Located in a tropical rainforest in Central America, this archaeological site was once a major center of Mayans. Here they built 7 pyramids, temples linked in a pattern simulating the Pleiades constellation. They called it the Seven Sisters and considered it the center of all stars. So by tracking the Pleiades, they believed it could be the center of everything. So why did the Maya try to recreate this constellation's image on the ground? Did they want to communicate with the gods who gave them initial knowledge? Perhaps you are familiar with the story of the god Kukulkan, a feathered serpent that could fly. The serpent god was depicted by the Maya in various forms. Sometimes he was human, sometimes a serpent, and at times appeared from a serpent's head. Kukulkan led the Maya into an era of advanced science and developed art and architecture. Then, the serpent god disappeared with a promise to return in the future. The ancient Maya also uniquely designed the city of Chichen Itza to honor this god, located about 400 miles to the north. Unlike most pyramids worldwide, the base of the pyramid at Chichen Itza is not aligned north-south but slightly skewed. It becomes special during the spring and autumn equinoxes, when sunlight shining through the pyramid creates a shadow resembling Kukulkan sliding down the stairs and ascending to the sky. If you look at airplanes today, the contrail behind them is no different from a serpent. Therefore, from this perspective, we are describing a flying serpent. In my opinion, they are not much different. It is a clear message that the god Kukulkan descended to humans. He lived among humans for a while and became their teacher. Then, he disappeared again with a promise to return in the future. Was it a spacecraft that, according to ancient astronaut theorists, was designed and piloted by Kukulkan, the extraterrestrial visitor? Mouth, an image associated with the Maya god. According to researchers, evidence of a connection between the Maya and extraterrestrial beings is also found in a Maya text called Popol Vuh, meaning the book of the community. Popol Vuh begins from nothingness, no sky, no earth, only vast waters. The gods emerged from the water and decided to create humans and then civilization. They developed writing and mathematical systems. They lived in the forests and their population reached millions. This means life was brought by gods from outer space, not from Earth. It clearly states that knowledge from the heavens was brought down to Earth, and Popol Vuh is like a handbook. That is something you must remember, preserved through centuries until the gods return. Returning to the previously mentioned Stela 6, it has a series of ancient Maya hieroglyphs carved on it. According to scholars, it is believed to predict the Great Flood on December 21, 2012. But only 3 hieroglyphs remain and part of it has been destroyed. Some scholars believe the worn hieroglyphs on Monument 6 refer to Balon Yakde, a god similar to Kukulkan in Maya creation. According to surviving documents, Balon Yakde is always described as having extraordinary strength, radiance, and rich cosmic knowledge. This god is not invisible. Sometimes he appears in texts about the creation origin around 3114 BC. Despite many mysteries in the legends of Balon Yakde, is this description about an extraterrestrial being? There is another relic related to Balon Yakde, which is Temple 14 at Palenque. It indicates Balon Yakde appeared on Earth 900,000 years ago. Why would they record a date over 900,000 years ago? Surely something very important happened. The event of Bologna Yakte landing on Earth and contacting extraterrestrial beings is found in an ancient Maya text called Chilam Balam, a collection of oral history across ages containing all Maya knowledge. But the Chilam Balam books were written in the 16th to 18th centuries when the Spanish conquest was ongoing. Chilam Balam is actually the name of a priest or historian in the Yucatan community. According to folklore, what is written in Chilam Balam at Palenque is believed to be very accurate. And that is also why the Maya believe what happened in the past will repeat. A final battle between good and evil, something we also see in the Book of Revelation in the Bible. Interestingly, this is the last book of the Bible. It speaks of great battles in heaven between Archangel Michael and a great dragon. If the Maya prophecy about Bologna Yacht's return is true, will there really be a great battle between good and evil leading to the apocalypse? Throughout history, the greatest threat to humanity has been natural disasters. But this does not mean the world ended on December 21, 2012. Recent evidence shows that the ancient Maya possessed knowledge about the universe and its fate. Knowledge that we are only beginning to explore. In the 4 times before the Great Flood, humanity ended in fire, ice, and water. The Great Flood might be a combination of all that has happened, or even something completely different. Tibetans believe the sun is a lens, activating and amplifying what is behind or comes from in front of it. If on the 21 stone, an energy from the center of the Milky Way or the rift appears, it will be amplified by the sun and affect all of humanity. I think the Mayans understood the mechanism of celestial bodies. They knew that the change would be made through the sun. From previous experiences with solar energy that affect electronic devices, it's not hard to imagine a disaster when the power grid is cut off. A major change would occur in modern society if most activities are paralyzed, simply from a long-term power outage. Certainly, that scenario would lead to a major change and have other terrible consequences. Some researchers speculate that the alignment between galaxies might change, or even the Earth's rotation axis could reverse, thereby changing ideology. A sign of sudden ideological change would correspond to a sudden change in the angular momentum of the Earth's internal components. S self-rotation, and when the Earth continuously reverses, you will have no more chances. We often talk about earthquakes of magnitude 7, 8, even 9 on the Richter scale, with terrible destructive power. Imagine if it were 12, or even 20 on the Richter scale. It could turn land into sea and vice versa. We're talking about an event that the modern world has never experienced. These changes could bring a new life or an end. In fact, the Earth will be affected by a rare astronomical phenomenon, and we are no exception. It will be destruction or a brighter outcome. The end of the Mayan long count calendar could mean the planet's doomsday, or perhaps just the return of the extraterrestrial gods they believed in. It's hard to know for sure, but it seems the Mayans had a glimpse of the future that we still haven. We are living in an era with a unique culture, still unable to solve the hypothesis about extraterrestrial beings, or whether we are alone in the universe. I think it's truly a gift from the Mayans when it comes to the year 2012. That's precisely the end date of a calendar cycle, but says nothing about the world. In reality, the only thing we have is the beginning of a new calendar cycle, a different space-time. Perhaps what we're waiting for is not doomsday, but a new beginning, the day revealing the origin of human knowledge. That's what we know before the long count calendar ends. What the outcome will be, perhaps each person has their own answer up to the present moment. Is it possible that right when you're watching this video, some cycle begins with a future scenario predicted beforehand? We will have to learn more about this. Today's video ends here. Feel free to share your personal opinions in the comment section below to consolidate and complete a hypothesis as presented. Don't forget our video series will continue. Now, goodbye and see you again.